Annalize Michel, a German girl, was living with her family, and after completing high school, the father refused his daughter to enter the university. Due to his strong religiosity, the girl completely forgot the idea of going to university, and continued her life. And one day a message came to the girl to completely change her life. It was a scholarship from a major university that completely changed the course of Anne's life. It was a very good opportunity for the girl, as it is a scholarship to study and live in the same university with the students. The girl was very happy with the free scholarship for education, and she had to convince her father, because he totally rejected the idea. The girl went and talked to the mother to tell her father, but the mother strongly refused and insisted on her position. The girl sat sad, crying for the loss of the opportunity that will not be compensated to complete her studies. The mother saw Anne crying a lot, so she went to the father and talked to him and convinced him in the end, and the father agreed that Anne would go to the university and live in student housing. The family was worried about the girl because they live in the countryside and far from civilization in the city, but in the end they agreed. There, months passed, and she studied diligently, corresponded with her family, and reassured them through letters. And on a very cold winter night, rain and stormy winds, the girl was sleeping in her room, and suddenly she woke up with panic, after she heard a loud and strong sound next to her. So she got up in fear and panic, and the windows and the door were shaking and colliding with force from the wind and the storm outside, and closed the windows and doors and went to her bed again, and she is afraid. She feels very cold. And before the girl closed her eyes, she saw something very strange and terrifying. She saw the pens moving on the table. She raised her head to make sure. She closed her eyes and opened them to make sure that she imagined the matter. All this because of the storm outside. She calmed down a bit and went back to sleep and closed her eyes, but she heard something fall on the ground. She forcefully raised her head and found her things fell on the ground. She felt great fear. And here she felt something on her weak body, and put her on the bed. She tried to scream and resist, but the thing was very strong, and she could neither move nor scream, because the strength of the thing was very great. She felt something lifting her clothes, entering her body as if stabbing her. After this suffering and difficult situation, finally, the thing left and the strange force was removed from above her, so the girl was freed and was able to scream. She came out of her room screaming madly and ran in the street, not knowing where or what to run from in the first place. The next day, the news reached her family, so they rushed to take their terrified and frightened daughter and find out what happened to her. After that strange day, the girl's condition changed greatly, and she started screaming hard and once for no reason. She looked at her classmates and then screamed in a strange loud voice, as if she was seeing things strange, looking at the sky and screaming in terror, looking at people on the streets and screaming. Her family was confused about what happened to her and what to do for her, so they brought the church priest to see her, so that he might be able to explain what happened to her. The priest treated the girl with the Bible and the holy books, so that she might recover, but her condition was getting worse day by day. The girl used to eat insects and filth, and here the priest prepared one of the rooms in the house, and held a conjuring session to know what was in the girl, so the father and one of his friends from the university carried in, and put her in that room and tied her to the bed. Well, the priest read the Bible, and recorded the whole session. The priest started reading, and Anne started to shake violently and forcefully. Everyone was looking at her with horror. She began to speak in a strange language, and with very many voices. The priest began to ask the girl, "Who are you?" No one understood it and hesitated, spoke, cursed. The priest continued to read the Bible, and the girl's madness did not stop, and her body shook violently, so the priest repeated the question, and said, "Who are you, you damned one? Speak now, or I will make you suffer." The girl replied, in a very strange and ugly voice, saying, "It is not me, it is we. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And here the girl's father stood amazed at his daughter's strange voice. The priest said in a strong voice, "Who are you? Speak, you cursed ones." The girl replied, "We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I dare you. You cannot. We challenge you." And then the girl fell. She was unconscious on the bed, and her condition worsened and did not improve, and the priest said that day that she was possessed by 6 evil spirits of strong, evil demons, and he could not get her out of her body. Many tried to help the girl, but no one was able to remove the demons and evil spirits from her body, because she was very strong. In 1976, the girl died at the age of 23, weighing less than 38 kilos. She died looking like a skeletal structure due to the severity of her emaciation, because she almost did not eat anything and did not put food in her mouth, and no one knows why the spirits occupied the girl's body and why she refused to go out.